Hello everybody. In today's video we are working on a Nikon FM10. So this camera came to us with a couple of concerns that a customer had and wanted us to address. One of the concerns is missing a lever here. It's a DOF lever. It's missing. We do have a replacement, so we'll go ahead and install one in here. And it's a common problem. It breaks off. It's made out of cheap plastic, and if you force it or over time it gets brittle and just gets damaged, cracks, and it's a pretty common issue with this camera. Another one that they wanted us to address is excessive dust and debris in the viewfinder. So primarily the point of this video is to demonstrate the process of disassembly of the top cover and get into the prism and cleaning the prism out from any dust and debris. So let's go ahead and get started. And the way we're gonna tackle it is first we're gonna remove these components here from the top cover, then we're gonna remove the top cover. All right, so let's just go ahead and take a look here. First thing I want to do is actually remove these strap holder lugs. So in order to remove the advanced lever, it's a cover, and there's a single screw underneath that we'll have to remove. And that should come off. There we go. Now this washer needs to pop out from one side. It allows us to remove the entire assembly. Okay, and lastly we've got the shutter / ASA dial. There we go. Okay, now the next step would be removing the screws. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 and 6 on the sides, and we'll have to lift up these side covers a little bit to get to them. Okay, what I like to do is stick a screwdriver underneath and lift it up to the point where I can get access to the screw here, which I have now. It's a little tricky. There we go. I mean, I could also remove this entire section here and remove the lever, but I really don't want to get into it now since there's really no other issues with the camera. All right, so I'll use the same technique here. There we go. Okay, so now we should be able to lift it up with a little bit of force. There we go. Okay, so what do we have here? So we have our prism that we'll need to basically lift up to get to our a screen and the cleaning area. And this is our viewfinder that we're not going to really do anything with now. Okay, so before we are able to lift the prism, we need to free up this main circuit board. Okay, these are a few wires and this flex to get to it. So let's go ahead and get this done. So we've got our pink wire here. We've got our white wire, red, and purple. Okay, I don't think there's anything else on this side. Let's see. All right, so it looks like this board is attached, partly attached to the prism with a double-sided tape. So I don't want to force anything. What I'll do is I'll put a little bit of solvent between the flex board and the prism. Now the solvent doesn't damage the coating of the prism, it simply loosens up the double-sided glue for us, so we can gently remove it. Okay, so now we have better access to it. All right, so what we've got now, so this prism is being held by a couple of supportive, or rather supporting brackets here on the left, one on the right. So just a couple of screws we need to take out. That's one. And that's the second one. Okay, now I should be able to remove the prism. Okay, at the same time I have access to my viewfinder. I can actually get the dust out that way as well. But the focusing screen is now completely clean. I'm gonna do the same thing with our prism. Okay, I think now we should be ready to put it all back in place. And this is just a frame washer here for the meter. We'll put it back. There we go. Now it's back in place. So we're basically going to work our way back, reinstall these supporting brackets. Okay, I'll reposition the main board. Let's make sure that we got all the wires in place. Yep, everything looks in the proper position. Now we're basically going to put back the top cover. Something's not seated well. We just go ahead and redo it. It's a little bit crooked here, so I think I may have missed the slot. Let's see here. So there's this opening here that I need to be able to put the ASA dial over it right where it fits in perfectly. I think that's what I was missing. There we go. I think right now should do the trick. Yep, everything is lined up now. Okay, now a couple of strap holder lugs. Perfect. Okay, so the last thing I was going to do with this camera is install the DOF lever. So we do have one here, right here. This is what it looks like. So let's go ahead and line it up and secure it. Perfect. Okay, so this will do it for us for this video. This was a Nikon FM10, and thank you for watching.